you doing today, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So what we doing today?
We are going to do a 0.5 skin fade with each off the top.
All right. 0.5 skin fade. Let's get you together. So I'm Hollywood, so I'm gonna be taking care of you today.
Appreciate Hollywood.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we using a half guard around right up under the apex of the head. Making sure each point is symmetrical with the head. And we're gonna start our next guideline. Right now, I'm gonna just clear out his neck because he did say he wanted the skin fade, but pretty much with the half guard, we only gonna use the skin fade on the back of the neck. So right now, I got the clippers all the way closed, and I'm just working my way up. All right, so now we're gonna use our next guard. That'll be a 1. And we only gonna take it halfway up, not too high. And this with the guard all the way open with the number 1. I'm just working my way down. And if you're ever having trouble with getting in dents of the head, the best thing you want to do is pretty much pull the skin and use the corner of your clippers to get up in there to blend it all in. So now I got the guard all the way closed. And I'll be moving on to my next guard, and that'll be a 1.5. And we're just gonna go a little bit up, not too far. And that's with the clippers all the way open. It's a wrist motion. So you got to make sure when you're going in, you're flicking your wrist as well, just to get that nice defined fade that you like. I'll work my way from open to close. I'm on my last notch, and that's closed all the way. So if you can see, we still have a line right here. We're gonna go back with the half guard and get that on out. And that's open all the way. Remember, it's a flick motion. Flicking your wrist. I want to hold this at a 45-degree angle. I don't want to have the clippers straight. That's a 90, so we want it at a 45. So I know you can see that we still got a little weight right here. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next guard. If you can remember, we went with a half, moved from the half to a 1, from the 1 to a 1.5, to a 2 here. Now we're gonna move on up to a 3, and we're gonna flick out instead of going into the head. We're gonna come out of the head. This is my 3 guard, and I'm gonna use it with the clippers all the way open. And I'm gonna just go in and flick out. It may not be taking nothing off at the moment, but you'll start seeing the fade once we move on down on the levers. Working our way down. How you feeling, man? Everything good?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Love the hell of that. Love the sound of that. All right, we're gonna go on to the next area. Open all the way, and just flicking that. Perfect. Now I want to go back to the 2. I still see a little line here. So I want to clear that out with the 2. Blend it right on in with the 3. And this is open all the way. And I can see right now it's not taking nothing off, so I'm gonna move the leather to about the 3rd notch. And I can see that that line is now disappearing. All right, so if you remember, we're gonna trim this side up with this side as well. All right, here we go. This part the only way, this part the only time you'll get you a 90 angle, a 90 degree. Remember, on the right side, we use the left side of the clippers for this left side for this curve here. For this side, we're gonna use our right side of the corner of the clippers just to get the arch in. We're gonna follow this line a few times. Here, we're gonna do the 90. We want it at a 45. And you pretty much is done with that area. We're gonna fade this on out. And we're gonna go back with the clippers at the 3 notch, no guard. And we're just gonna flip. And that's completed. All right, so now we're working our way to the top of the head. I always want to ask your client, how much do you want off the top of your head? So I'm gonna go ahead and ask my client here, how much you want off the top of your head, man?
Maybe about an inch off the top.
And he said about an inch. I'm gonna go ahead and wet his hair. And if you still see weight in the fade, we can always go back with the thinner shears just to get that weight out. You know, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about with the thinner shears. Just want to double check with him. So this is about an inch here. That's good enough for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. And we're doing this all the way back at a 90-degree angle. And we just want to follow our guideline that we just made. My guide is there. And I know I can't cut this way. So I'm pretty much gonna match my shears with this point that I have right here. Sometimes if I can't really do that correctly, I lay the shears right on my finger and just work my way down. And they'll show me exactly what I need to cut. And I'm right at my point. And I'm just working my way, following my little guideline that I had, and then I'm pretty much done with that. And I comb everything back in place. And I ice them again. Is that enough off, or do you want to do more off?
No, that's good.
All right, you say that's good, so we can move on to the next. So earlier I told you that if you still see a little weight in your haircuts, you can always go to your thinner shears. And these is my thinner shears. And I pretty much just want to clean up this, because you can also fade with these as well. I want to clean up this little area right here with my thinner shears. Make sure everything blends in correctly. And your thinner shears don't really take too much off. I'm gonna lift this up, and whatever is sticking out, that's pretty much what I'm gonna cut. And I'm gonna comb it right back in place and just work my way around. Whatever's sticking out my comb, that's what I'm cutting. And it'll fade it right in place. I'm going into this fade as well, because I still see a lot of bulk right up in here. So I want to thin that out as well. So I turn them around in the mirror, make sure everything's looking good, see if I miss anything. Just double checking my work.
Maybe like 3.5, then we'll I'm gonna start. Alright. Start at 3, see how it
And I can see some areas that need to be worked on. So this is when I want to do all my detailing work. Once all the fade is pretty much complete, I want to turn them around in the mirror just to make sure everything is good. So there's certain areas that I want to clean up. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that now. And after that, we'll be finished with the cut. So what I'm going to do now is pretty much follow all of my steps one by one again. So I may cut a little fast because I'm doing a little detailing work right now. So I'm gonna start the whole fade over like it's brand new hair right now. I just want to go in the same guards that I came in with, just to do a little bit of detailing. Remember, if they got dents in their head, you pretty much can just pull the skin and get right up in there. Because everybody's head is different. Remember, we started with the half, so I'm going back in with the half, all the way around. Taking care of all my detailing work. Then I'm gonna move on to my one. And I'm not using the full clipper. I'm pretty much just using the corner of my blade for my detail work. You always want to use your mirror, but the mirror ain't gonna lie to you. It's gonna tell you what you don't need to fix. All right, the fade is coming along. Well, moving on to my two. And I say that's probably like four or five teeth that you're using. Moving on to my three. Last but not least, my four. Even though I went in here with the thinner shears, but still, that blend will fall right in place. And I'm just using the corner of my clippers. And he's pretty much complete. And now, go ahead and clean his neck up. So since we didn't do a full skin fade, just pretty much wanted to do a skin fade with a half. We zeroed out the neck, and he still is able to get a line on the back of his ear and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. I know that a lot of barbers have trouble coming around this ear. So what you wanna do, coming around this ear here, you wanna go pretty much from 9 to 12 o'clock, then from 3 to 12 o'clock. So this is my 9, and I'm gonna just go straight to 12. That's 12 there at the top of the ear. I'm gonna go from 3 to 12 using the corner of the blade, and then we'll finish it on off the same way. Remember, 9 to 12 and 3 to 12. And you're good on the back of the neck. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this little excess hair down here. We do got a little lavender right on his neck. That's what this extra towel was for. So we're gonna put this hot rag on his neck. First, we're gonna just put a little touch. Is that too hot?
Nope, you're good.
All right, we'll just lay it on down. It's just very relaxing.
Here
We're gonna go ahead and clear that on up. So I'm just rubbing in this little styling gel on it because I want my razor to just pretty much just glide through this. So I want to double check and make sure, is you okay with me? Is you okay with the razor on your neck? All right, we're gonna go ahead and do that for him. Always wanna have your clean razor in between all clients. Just clear everything down. Just cleaning the neck for him. I'm gonna go over this as well. Just soften that up. gonna rub that on in there. All right. What you think, Mr. Aaron?
Once again, Mr. Hardaway, appreciate it.
I appreciate you, man.